Good evening. I'm Kelly Kuhn, Director of Secondary Orchestra for the Wilson School District. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a piece of technology that stands to greatly enhance what we do as teachers, both in and out of the classroom. The world we are living in and teaching in is vastly different than it was 5, 10, even 15 years ago. As educators, we can continue to live in the past, pretending that as individuals our world hasn't changed, or we can acknowledge and embrace these changes to meet our students where they are and empower them as learners. I think that you will find that Edmodo offers us the chance to accomplish these goals together. Let's take a look at the 21st century student. It comes as no surprise to us that our students are fluent technology consumers and creators. Looking at these statistics, it is clear that the vast majority of our students are online daily, connecting with others through social media both at home and likely in school. If you have ever been in a classroom with students in possession of smartphones, you can attest to the difficulty of keeping them off of Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Snapchat, or Instagram. They are accustomed to reading, working, even having conversations while listening to music streamed on Spotify, Apple Radio, or Pandora. We can either spend time and energy combating these instincts, or more effectively, we can teach them to harness their love of multimedia and social networking and channel it into giving deeper meaning to their education. So ultimately, it leaves us with the question, or more appropriately, a challenge of how can we inspire our students using the technology that they are most fluent using. Edmodo has the solution. According to Edmodo's website, Edmodo is a global education network that helps connect all learners with the people and resources needed to reach their full potential. In short, Edmodo is Facebook meets Google Classroom. Termed a social network because of the ability of users to collaborate and share content based upon an individual profile, Edmodo offers all of the security of educational software with the fun factor of a traditional mainstream social networking site. Its connectivity to other programs enable it not just to be used for organizational or administrative purposes, but also for students to submit work in a very similar way to programs such as Google Classroom. Alternatively, the profile aspect of Edmodo is more appealing to students and is an excellent opportunity to teach digital citizenship as well as be utilized for assignments and classroom management. In the Wilson School District, we identify our vision as empowering students to create their own futures. How can we do this? After knowing our students, what they love, how they learn most effectively, we teach them to use this passion to deepen a love of learning and establish values that will be of use both personally and professionally. The biggest question we face is how do we empower our students? Wilson has laid out a number of principles that guide our instruction. Collaboration, both a district value and a greater skill for 21st century learning, is a key component of Edmodo. As students network using this application, they have the opportunity to synthesize discussion posts, respond to one another, share documents, and comment. While frequently we can observe collaboration occurring during class time, this inspires students to continue the conversation beyond the 8 periods of the school day. As educators, we would hope to inspire learning that continues beyond the 4 walls of our classrooms. We value a strong home and school partnership. What better way to communicate with parents than to encourage their membership in our Edmodo community? Parents would have the opportunity to not only view assignments, events, and announcements, but be part of the collaboration. Finally, one of the greatest strengths as a district is the value we place upon technology in the classroom. Our beliefs that technology enhances the academic program are clearly aligned to the implementation of Edmodo in the Wilson School District. As I mentioned earlier, we are a district that embraces the use of technology. Some of the most appealing features of Edmodo lie in its accessibility. One of the features that most appealed to me instantly, knowing our district's use of Google Chromebooks, was the connectivity with Google. Edmodo includes the ability for students to link with their Google Drive to upload and share documents. It would be most effectively used with our middle and high school students in a variety of subjects, as they have the devices and are able to take them home, unlike our elementary students. Additionally, they are more regular users of social media than K-5 students. There is an app both available for iOS as well as Android devices, including iPhones, smartphones, and iPads. This is the primary way parents are able to access Edmodo, but students may use the app as well on their personal devices. The sky's the limit in terms of possibilities for use of Edmodo. As a district cognizant of the ever-changing best practices for education, we regularly seek to understand how flipped classrooms, authentic assessment, and collaboration can be used to enhance our instructional offerings and educator effectiveness. Flipped lessons can easily be posted on the group or classroom stream, including interactive games and activities, as well as assignments. Online discussions and collaboration can be facilitated through this same group as students respond to various prompts conversation style. Parents can choose to join the community and receive important updates and information by invitation from the teacher. Edmodo not only connects teachers and students, but also educators to their peers. The sharing of resources, activities, and professional development is limitless through the use of Edmodo. Ultimately, it has the potential to expand education far beyond the four walls of the classroom, inspiring lifelong, fully engaged learners. The good news is that we already have everything we need to set up in order to fully incorporate Edmodo into our classrooms. Because we are already one-to-one with Google Chromebooks, each student has access to at least one compatible school-provided device. In order to fully access the features of Edmodo, internet connectivity is also required, which we provide wirelessly through our school network. To utilize this at home, students could continue to use their Chromebooks or personal devices. Both iOS and Android devices can use this technology. Accounts can either be set up as personal individual accounts or as a district-wide account. The benefit of the creation of a district account is in the ability to monitor and link all student and teacher accounts, enhancing the overall safety and linking the resources of this community. As I mentioned earlier, one of the strengths of Edmodo is the access to technical support and professional development resources. The site boasts extensive video tutorials and trainings. Because it is a social network, teachers can easily connect with other professionals both in and out of their subject areas through discussion forums, communities, and various groups. A beta feature of this site is called Edmodo Spotlight. This new resource enables educators to share their favorite content, as well as apps, games, and other resources with others. Technology is expensive. Fortunately, we have already made the only financial investment required to use Edmodo. The software and professional development itself is free, of no cost to the district. As a music teacher, I can see many opportunities for use of this technology in my own classroom. There are many announcements to give regarding concert dates, attire, lesson schedules, trips, and many other parent communications. Edmodo is an instant way to distribute this information efficiently. I love the idea